That, my friends, is my vision board. And that is a part of my SDYOGI coaching. I don't know if you guys know. Here, let me just give you a quick view here of the frozen over lake. It's so freaking beautiful, man. If anybody wants to come down today, if you can get around on the roads and whatnot, come visit the space. There's coffee for you, all sorts of nice treats, and we can talk about how we might be able to work with you. First thing I do in the morning, not that, get my notes, brew my coffee, and brew your coffee, I should say. Wait, back to the vision board, the SDYOGI coaching. So, look at this thing. This is my little family thing, but if you look closely, I got the cards, I got the symbolism, I got the Billion Stream Club. See how SDYOGI's up on that? I got a Grammy. This is all before I moved in. I got 40 years sober. I got crypto, I got money, I got receipts for how much money's in my bank, stuff like that. The story I wanted to tell you is that, here, let me just put you down over here and I can get my coffee going. 2 years ago, I made a vision board right before COVID hit. And no, not right before. Okay, so what happened was COVID started with this weird viral video from China. And black coffee, stevia, organic stevia. That's how you have to do it. So anyway, COVID started with this viral video from China that was really scary. And I remember sharing it with my friend and saying, dude, this shit, something's fucking gonna happen with this. This isn't just a small little blip. And he's like, nah. Well, I was convinced. So I was trying to figure out what's the best way to protect my family. And what I came up with was getting rich, because the rich were buying bunkers in New Zealand. The rich didn't have to wear masks. Eventually, we found out. The rich could fly. Eventually, we found out. But before it all got real bad, I was locked in on what I was going to do, and I was like, crypto. I bought $100 worth of crypto. No, I bought like 10 grand worth of crypto, but one coin I bought $100 worth of, and it hit $15,000 at one point. I bought like 25 different cryptos at that time, at that cost, right after COVID was announced. And I don't know. It all went real high. It all went low again. It all went high again. It all went low again. I got out at some point. But my point is that I became obsessed with figuring out if COVID was real, what it was really all about. I became obsessed with how to make enough money that I could protect my family. So one of the courses I did, there was like a $5,000 seminar. I'm not even sure I paid for it, or I paid like a smaller amount for it. Taught me about all this stuff, and it wasn't stuff I didn't know for the most part, but a lot of it was good stuff, and I implemented it. I was sober at the time for I think a month, and I implemented it, and I did all sorts of affirmation work and did all sorts of, the vision board. But I made a vision board, and I'll post a picture of it here. This vision board here, I made just by following my heart, just having fun, letting my inner child have a poke at whatever it wanted on the internet it could have. And what I wanted was a big house with these round roofs, open kind of concept. There was a pool, and I put a catamaran in the pool. There was a couple of motorbikes, there was a K5 Blazer, palm trees there were, a money tree, and some Hindu symbols. And a sigil, I think. Abundance. Oh, and there was a studio, music studio up in the top right, and I was scorpioning on the roof. I put myself scorpioning on the roof. I don't know why I did that. It was completely bizarre. Well, COVID hits, a couple years go by, made a bunch of money, lost a bunch of money. And I got into a position where I learned about assets and liabilities with experience, life experience. And I decided to ask about my property manager about getting a bigger place to do bigger business. He's like, I got something you might be able to make work. And 4 months later, remember that. So COVID hit 2020. 2 years later, that opportunity arose. In that 4 months, I was pretty sure I was going to get the place, but it was not guaranteed. And I made a new vision board. That's the one I just showed you there, up on the wall. Man, I'd come in here and we'd do walkthroughs, and I would take videos. I made music videos of just being in the place. I ground it into my soul. But the point is that I don't take claim. So, well, first of all, so if you see the comparison between the two vision boards, which is the real house we're in now, and the imaginary house that I started with 2 years ago. Almost 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, I'm not sure. They're almost identical. So it's magic, like that something in my heart told me to like that so that I would move towards it. And when I did move towards it, I would have confidence in taking the higher risk. I had faith because I was like, this is uncanny. How the hell did I manifest this? So what I've come to the conclusion of is that we don't necessarily manifest. We're not making things happen out of thin air. We're co-creating, and God has put provisions, like provisions, in our heart. We want something, we like it, we start moving towards it. Well, we move towards it for a reason. So on this new vision board, I put myself scorpioning up dead center of the house. I put a drone for some reason. I don't know why my heart was drawn to that. But now I know why. Now that I have a plan, I can see the vision, I can see the plan that's in place. I know why that vision board was set up that way. Again, I followed my heart. Drill in the idea that when you're going for your dreams, the confirmation of them coming needs to be your faith. And you have to be scared and uncomfortable to move into the new world where God wants you to serve. Because it's a change. And when you are scared, then you maintain your faith. So I'll help you design one of these. This is just one of the first few fundamental mandatory parts of the program in the SDYOGI remote coaching app. Your best life is out there. You just have to tune into following your heart, figure out what it is that it desires, and start moving towards it diligently like a pit bull. If you go to SDYOGI.com, scroll down the home page, there's a download button. If you download the app and you log in, I will send you my program. That includes a consultation to establish what your goals are, what your dreams are, your limiting beliefs. I'll start drip feeding you the steps. And we'll start from the fundamentals at the bottom. We'll get all those things clear. We'll implement some physical, some mental, some spiritual trainings. You'll report back through the app that you've accomplished the homework and little things that need to get established for those fundamentals. You'll give me a progress report. I'll stay in touch. We can do weekly Zoom calls if you want. Keep you fucking real dialed and accountable. And if you want to come down to the space, I'll do one free private training if you're local and you want to connect with me. I'll have coffee here, music, yoga, and we can play some music. Have a fantastic Tuesday.
Now, I want you to repeat the following affirmations to yourself. I am capable and worthy of achieving my goal. I am confident and powerful. I am determined and persistent. I am successful and fulfilled. As you repeat these affirmations to yourself, allow yourself to truly believe them. Feel the power and confidence that comes from believing in yourself. Now, take a moment to visualize yourself achieving your goals. Imagine what your life will be like when you are your best self. How will you feel? What will you be doing? Allowing yourself to fully experience this version and feel the excitement and satisfaction of achieving your goals. When you are ready, take a deep breath and slowly open your eyes. As you come back to the present, carry with you the feelings of peace, confidence, and determination that you experience during this hypnosis. Remember, you are capable of becoming your best self, and trust in yourself to make it happen. Remember, you are in control of your own life, and you have the power to create the future you want. Take this experience with you and use it to continue working towards becoming your best self.